can make more out of less. I can get my rest in
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats and silence all mobile devices. Our event is about to begin.
3 years of things that go on in our program that you may or may not know about that make things special, unique, and great memories. So you'll get to hear from Cameron Cushman tonight from UNT Health Science Center, one of our main partners. And finally, why Fort Worth is the best place in the world to build a Techstars accelerator program.
So in our third year, we were really lucky to be able to take on 11 companies. And Trey and I are so excited to share them with you tonight. Here's a little bit more about each of our 11 companies.
Welcome to Demo Day, y'all!
Why did I want to be an entrepreneur? Why did I choose? I wish being an entrepreneur was a choice. I feel like I'd keep my job in advertising if it was a choice.
At Google, we get a lot of opportunities to work on side projects and creating things from 0 to 1. And I felt, you know what, if I can do it at Google, why not just try it outside?
I chose to be an entrepreneur because the dermatology system is completely broken.
One of the reasons why I chose to work on Revella is I saw that there was a problem with gaps in care that were not being addressed by their physician.
This problem was inspired by my personal experience. My grandfather was paralyzed by a stroke, and for him it was always embarrassing to ask for help when he needed to get out of bed. So I founded Revimo to solve this problem for thousands of people like my grandfather.
Why did we start Peak Pro? Well, I think it's probably because my wife is an eye doctor and she and Chris recognized there was a big problem associated with dry eye. So we knew that we had to do something to help solve that problem.
So I applied to Techstars Physical Health Fort Worth for the literal meaning of an accelerator, to take our business, package it up, make things tighter, and just help us grow, really.
So we applied to the Techstars Physical Health program really because it's the only physical health accelerator in the US. Previously, we'd built all of our solutions for the UK market, and we really needed a way to understand the US healthcare system.
I applied for Techstars Physical Health Fort Worth because Techstars is one of the most well-known and renowned startup accelerators.
Techstars has had a big impact on my journey, I would say. As an entrepreneur, you're doing things yourself a lot. And Techstars really makes it feel like you're not alone, like you've got this infrastructure around you.
I think for me, the biggest impact in Techstars is just the sheer amount of support that has been provided since being here. This program kicks your butt, and it has taught me perseverance. And this program has taught me when you're out of gas, keep pushing just a little bit more, because that's when you see the breakthroughs.
They've also curated an awesome program that allows us to learn about all the various things we need to know, from sales, investment, partnerships, and so forth. They've been amazing.
Techstars has really changed our product roadmap and our business model for the better.
This Techstars team is amazing. When I look at Trey, Jordan, Barthi, amazing individuals. These are 3 individuals that truly care.
Yeah, the Techstars team are awesome. It's really one of the best parts of it, I'd say.
I described them when I got here as the rock stars of Techstars.
You know, the guys like Trey, Jordan, Barathi, and of course, the fellow founders. It's really been a constructive time in my life.
Having done this for almost 1.5 years now, I've realized that startup journey is pretty lonely, and you need people who have the same mindset and who's going through the same journey as you.
The other Techstars founders really mean a lot to me personally.
We have gone through the same challenges. We have solved the same problems. And I think that now we have become mostly brothers, and we will never feel alone again.
So when I think of the last 3 months, there's just been so much laughter. This whole program really brings you together as a team. Just laughter over Billy Bob, laughter over Lewis's jokes.
Techstars memory that I'll never forget is Founders Retreat Weekend. Just being able to bond with everyone, and Trey and Jordan and Barthi. Was such a fun time and such a unique experience.
So there are so many words that would make me think of my time here at Techstars.
It's not one word, I can't find a word, but I feel like everyone is also concerned about your own journey and supportive.
One thing I've learned about myself through this Techstars accelerator is that I'm resilient.
I think the best word to describe this class is grinding, because all our founders are so committed to their ventures and they work so hard every day and every night to put their businesses into the market.
At Techstars, this is a very rigorous process. It's 3 months, day in, day out, all day long. There's no horsing around, there's no playing around. It's work, 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 get your work done, and move on.
Do you remember when we started using the squirt guns in the office?
Yes, I do.
One of my favorite after hours memories has to be the amount of times our founders in year one went karaokeing. At first I thought it was crazy and I couldn't figure out how these grown adults that were super professional in the office could unplug and go to these karaoke bars together and just have fun. I found out that I actually really enjoy karaokeing, and my founders brought that out in me. The founders in these programs become family to me. I don't have family here in Fort Worth, and so they're the people that lift me up the most during this program. Running these Techstars programs is really rigorous. And so I think having that pseudo family here with me to build me up as a program manager when things can be really difficult, they saw that. They always encouraged me to come out and have fun and to sing my favorite Coldplay song.
So I think one of the fun parts for us was that in year two, we really started to focus in on this idea of femtech companies, or companies that were focused on female-related technology. And so one of the things that came out of that was we were able to cowboy up a little bit here in Fort Worth and really celebrate a little bit of the heritage as well as that. But we also, this here is my uterus friend that was given to me by one of our femtech companies. And we had several femtech companies year two, and it was fascinating and super interesting to learn. But they decided to come up with a name for me during the program called Femtech Trey. And so we would always laugh because Femtech Trey would ask really interesting, sometimes questionable questions because I just didn't know anything about, femtech stuff. But through that, I was able to get this reward, this trophy that shows that I am now officially Femtech Trey.
I have a lot of proud moments at Techstars Physical Health. I think Trey and I pour our hearts into this program along with my operations team, and there are so many high highs and so many low moments. But I really think those times when I see my founders get excited about what they're doing and they feel accomplished, and I think Trey and I feel a small amount of ownership in that excitement. And so there are a lot of moments when our founders come to us and tell us small inflection points, things that they've achieved. And I feel like a mother in those moments where I'm just so proud, my heart beams for them. And to know I had a small part in accelerating that for them or making those introductions where these things could come to fruition makes me feel really proud.
Every year we get to build these great teams at Techstars to help make our program work. Year one, it was Isabel and Carl and Anna. Year two, it was Angela and it was Jack. In year three, right now, we have Barthy here with us. And those team members are so important to the overall execution of the program that we couldn't do what we're able to do without them. And finally, our last and certainly not least team member, our de facto team member, is Cameron Cushman, who is our main point of contact over at our partner UNT Health Science Center. Most people in Fort Worth know him already. He's sort of the king or prince of entrepreneurship here, but getting to have him involved and leveraging his relationships and his passion and his experience to help come in and support these founders is something that we have that I don't think other programs around the world get to have. All right, so I want to ask you a little bit of a question about how this whole thing started. Like, you were there at the beginning when Techstars was just an idea, having that here. Can you go over that story for us?
Yeah, so this started at least a year before we even got in touch with Techstars. And the initial idea was that Fort Worth was the largest city in the country that did not have an accelerator program. So we thought that was something we needed to fix. We needed to at least introduce the model into our city. And somebody says, is there a way we can engage the private sector in this? Is there a way we can engage other people to kind of help us with this instead of just applying for a federal grant? And so that became my mission, was to go figure out, can we find a private sector solution for this? And I'm in the airport waiting to board a plane back to Dallas Fort Worth when I see a tweet from somebody at Techstars. And I had just been at this conference looking for physical health companies that we could potentially invest in. And the tweet was real simple, and it just said, where should our next accelerator be, and in what industry should it be in? And so all I did was just like, well, I'll take the bait, why not? So I literally replied right there as I'm about to board the plane, and I just said it should be in Fort Worth, and it should be focused on physical health. And I get a response right back from Techstars that says, okay, great, let's continue the conversation. And literally it went from there. No one brings solutions to market that can create a healthier community better than entrepreneurs, better than innovators, better than these Techstars founders that you're about to see tonight and that we've had in previous iterations of the program.
That's it, folks. Whatever it is, right? Is that what they say? I don't know the noise he makes.
Please welcome to the stage Techstars Physical Health Fort Worth Managing Director, Trey Bowles.
Every time, knowing that, diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of...
Oh yeah, how about that? Does that song sound like me or what? Welcome everybody, we're really glad that you're here tonight. I cannot tell you how much work and time and effort has been put into this. Techstars has changed the lives of a lot of these founders and it's changed our lives as a team here. Techstars is a global investment firm. We have 45 accelerators like this all over the world, and we've been doing this for 17 years. It is fascinating how good Techstars is at creating opportunities to help companies win. And they've created this massive, amazing network that is the key to the process. And so the idea of getting to bring these founders to Fort Worth and have access to the amazing resources and benefits that are here and the people that are here that are willing to help and help them succeed and grow is awesome. And this year is no different. You're gonna be blown away by these founders. Every year the founders are a little different. Like the companies that we see and we end up picking end up being a little bit different, but they're all super unique and super special. And so again, this year, nothing's different. We've brought founders in from all over the world to Fort Worth. You'll be happy to hear that several of them are gonna try to find a way to stay here and continue to benefit from the amazing environment they have. To tell you just a little bit about the history over the last 3 years, as you kind of get through the initial program and you think, man, we've been doing this for 3 years. What's happened in 3 years? And so when we started to go through it, we said, man, we looked at 10,000 companies to pick 31. So the companies that are here are truly the best in the world. When we talk about that, we're not joking around, right? These companies have come from 17 different countries to Fort Worth. Some of them had never heard of Fort Worth before, but I promise you this, none of them left without falling in love with this place, which is super exciting. The companies that have gone through our programs have already raised $17.5 million, and we're talking about at a pre-seed level. So you're talking about $1,500,000 to $1.5 million. So that's a lot of companies raising money in a really, really difficult market. One of our companies has actually exited. Zama Health, from year one, sold its company earlier this year. That, just so you know, that doesn't usually happen this quickly. Usually takes about 5 to 10 years for these companies to exit. But just exciting to see that stuff happening there. 10 plus companies are looking to come back and be locally active in Fort Worth, either creating an office here, hiring staff here, creating a US headquarters here. Super excited to see what they're doing. And then we've been able to invest in 3 companies that were DFW based, right? One of the things we always hear about this community is that nobody locally invests in startups. Well, that's obviously not the case with Techstars Physical Health Fort Worth. So just wanted to share with you a little bit about a review of the things that we've happened. I could tell so many different stories, so many anecdotes, and so many different examples of where you have come in and played a key role in helping these companies succeed. But right now I'd like to bring to the stage Angie Grimm, who is one of my colleagues at Techstars. She came all the way from the headquarters to come be with us today, so welcome her out on stage.
See you all today, and thank you all so much for joining, because this is truly what makes Techstars, the Fort Worth Accelerator Program, work. It's the community. And I come from, what does not sound like a startup, I come from IBM, and I just recently joined Techstars. And why did I join? Because I love the innovation, bringing the innovation close together with the corporate partnerships, because I was running the IBM Ventures program as well as multiple accelerators, and I got to see the magic when you can get to that future state faster in partnership with community, with corporations, and these amazing founders. And I think you're going to be in for a real treat today. And I've only been in Fort Worth for the day, but I've already got the sincere passion, and I can feel the energy here, and I'm so excited to be part of this. And I'm really amazed by what Trey and Jordan and the team have really built in partnership with the Fort Worth community. So thank you all for being here, and you're in for a great treat.
All right. Thank you, Angie. All right, so we do this every year before we get started. We need a little bit of a conversation between us before we do this, because this crowd is struggling right now. And I don't know if it's because it's 6 o'clock at night. I don't know if it's because you just drove in from work, but you have to remember, part of the great thing about a Techstars Accelerator event, demo day event like this, is that you can be irreverent. You can yell, you can scream, you can clap. Please don't punch anybody. But yeah, you can get excited. And remember, it is super, super difficult for people to get up on stage in front of a crowd, especially founders who are taking something that they've created, their baby, and they're showing it to the world for the first time after 3 months of hard work. And so we're going to need your help tonight to get these people a little bit excited. So what I'd love for us to do, you don't really have a choice, because if you don't do it, I'll come back out and kind of yell at you. But every time somebody comes to the stage, I want everybody to stand up, scream, yell, holler, standing ovation, and clap, all right? Can we do that? Okay, so we're gonna practice. Barthy, will you guys please welcome our ops associate, Barthy, to the stage? Let's get it up. See, she's ready to talk. She feels like your family. This is awesome. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you afterwards for a party.
Hello, I'm Fort Worth Mayor Maddie Parker. Welcome to Tannehill's and the historic Fort Worth Stockyards. If you haven't already, be sure to visit Billy Bob's, stroll through Mule Alley, or enjoy a margarita at Joe T. Garcia's before you leave town. This marks our 3rd year in the Techstars Physical Health Fort Worth Accelerator program, and I'm incredibly proud of what we've achieved. Our original vision was to use our contribution to this program as a catalyst to do the following: highlight healthcare innovation happening right here in Fort Worth, attract entrepreneurs from around the world to our city, launch one of the top accelerator programs on the planet, showcasing Fort Worth's resources for founders, and support entrepreneurship and growth for Fort Worth's residents. I want to thank Techstars, Trey, Jordan, and the entire team for your dedication to integrating this program and within our community. I would also like to personally welcome the founders of this year's cohort to Fort Worth. Best of luck tonight with Demo Day and the future of your businesses. Let me know if there's anything we can do to help right here in Fort Worth. We want to grow your business and help you succeed in changing the future of healthcare in the United States and across the world. Finally, thank you to everyone here tonight. Your mentorship, support, and expertise help Fort Worth entrepreneurs truly thrive. Programs like Techstars, combined with our city's talent and resources, are helping us earn accolades, like being named the 7th best large city in the U.S. to start a business by WalletHub. Now sit back, relax, and get ready to be amazed by the innovative companies these founders have built over the last 3 months. Welcome to Demo Day, y'all.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Perks. I'm an actuary by trade. I've worked in the insurance industry for over 30 years. I've worked at 5 major insurers, all in senior management positions, moving to leadership and CEO roles. I'm now running a portfolio of non-executive roles, including chair of HSBC Life UK. So over the years, I've seen firsthand how frustratingly slow this industry has been to evolve. It's clunky, it's outdated, and often out of step with what customers really want. That's why I'm excited about Athlete. They're not just selling insurance, they're redefining it by focusing on what matters most, helping people become better versions of themselves, while still having insurance protecting them from the worst. Athlete has the potential to be a global disruptor, and I'm thrilled to introduce them to you. This is Athlete.
That was awesome. I just want to do that again. My name's Ben Mason. I want to talk to you about a company called Athlete. Hang on. Yeah, I'm the CEO of Athlete, and I want to talk to you about life insurance. But first, I want to have a little chat about drugs. What if I told you that the most powerful drug in human history is already freely available to all humans? That drug is exercise. Just 2.5 hours per week can increase your life by 7 whole years. In fact, there's nothing that you can do to improve your life expectancy more than keeping fit. Which makes it exceedingly strange that the $3.6 trillion life insurance industry doesn't factor fitness into pricing. Take these two otherwise identical customers. The guy on the left runs regularly. The guy on the right is what we might call a pro couch dweller. For every running guy that dies, 4 couch guys die. So they both pay the same, but couch guy costs the insurance company 4 times as much. We call this cardio corruption, and its time is over. Welcome to Athlete, life insurance for the dedicated. The fitter you are, the less you pay. Now, the industry used to have an excuse because fitness measurement was really complicated. But those days are long gone. Athlete's machine learning algorithm will take your exercise data and turn it into as much as a 50% discount versus a regular life insurance company. But this isn't just for the super fit. We can cut the cost of life insurance for 1/4 of US adults. That makes this a $375 billion opportunity in the US and UK alone. But we only need 1,600 customers to get to our first million. Now, Vitality built a multi-billion-dollar business by rewarding healthy behavior with free Starbucks. Pricing by fitness is the inevitable next step. But the best thing is these existing companies can't cut prices for running guy without putting up prices for couch guy. So the moat is built into this business. But we're about so much more than cheaper insurance. We're here to help people understand that death isn't something that just happens to you. At Athlete, we believe that longevity is a choice, and it's a choice you make week in, week out when you get out there and exercise. It's also a choice we're going to help our customers make using our longevity coaching app, keeping them fit and keeping them engaged. Now, Alex, my co-founder and chief product officer, has spent 10 years working with insurance companies. I've spent 20 years building consumer sports brands. We've got the chair of HSBC Life and the ex-CEO of AXA on our advisory board. Now, when we pitched Techstars, we just had an idea. But in the last 14 weeks, we've built an MVP, got 450 customers on our wait list, and lined up the 2 partners we need. Thank you all. And lined up the 2 partners we need to actually start selling insurance in the UK from January. Our next raise will fund our machine learning model, our longevity coaching app, and get us to $1 million in revenue. Now, if you remember one thing from today, remember this. The better pricing through better data is a billion-dollar business waiting to happen. Thank you.
Do it!
Hi, I'm Nate Rickard, co-founder and partner at Underhill Capital Partners. Over the past few months, I've had the privilege of working with Mitchell, whose passion for pushing the boundaries of human performance is truly inspiring. With relentless curiosity and drive, he's leveraging cutting-edge technology to empower everyday users to achieve more, and I can't wait for you to hear his story. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you the founder and CEO of ElectroKare, Mitchell Leschner.
Amazing. Hello, everyone. It's great to have you here. Hello, everyone. My name is Mitchell Leschner. I'm the co-founder and CEO of ElectroKare. And I want to talk to you a little bit about electrolytes. Electrolytes are the foundation of health and performance. I unfortunately know that a little too well, given my professional soccer career suffered immensely due to poor electrolyte management. We all know we need electrolytes, we just don't know how many, which ones, or when. This has shown that through a 90-minute workout at moderate intensity, it caused an average 41% decrease in electrolyte levels. This causes a few things. From the coach's end, it causes inefficient training regimens, which could lead to poor recovery. For the players, it causes a subset of healthcare complications, ranging from cramps, headaches, seizures, and fatigue. It also causes the 4.4 million competitive athletes in the US to have non-optimal performance when it matters most, which is exactly why we created ElectroKare. At ElectroKare, we unlock peak performance and health with personalized electrolyte insights from your existing wearable. What that means is this watch over here, Apple Watches, Samsung Watches, Fitbits, Garmin's, just like this, they have ECGs. We take that ECG data, we run it through our proprietary machine learning models, and we quantify electrolytes. It's a simple 3-step process. Just record your ECG, start your workout, and receive actionable insights on exactly what to do to be at optimal performance. Now, we're starting with the billion-dollar market of competitive athlete tracking software. We then plan on expanding to the 64 million Americans that participate in physical activity. And the grand vision here is to be the electrolyte tracking staple for all, which is a $160 billion market in the United States alone. And we've already started to capture it. We've signed $200,000 in revenue across B2B teams and Division I institutions. We're also in talks with, thank you. We're also in talks with DoD and SpaceX for contracts there as well. And we haven't stopped there. We've garnered a 24,000 person waitlist. We've already had 1,300 ECGs taken on our active platform, and we have a mind-blowing accuracy of 81%. So why now? Scientific literature has been building up to this for a very long time. Correlations between electrocardiograms and electrolytes is something that's entirely new. People are already tracking things like calories and sleep, but they're yet to accessibly and easily track something as foundational as electrolytes. And that's where we pride ourselves against our competitors. Unlike our competitors, we're on existing hardware, making it convenient and affordable without compromising on any of the accuracy. On our B2B business model, we work with B2B teams. So from 0 to 50 athletes, we charge $2,500 a year, and from 200 plus athletes, we charge $30,000 a year and north of that. Since joining Techstars, we've launched on Google Play, we've launched on iOS test flight. In January of 2025, we'll purchase some medical data to continue extending that defensibility moat. In June of 2025, we'll launch to our B2B partners. And in 2026, we'll land and expand within those teams, as well as an expansion of DoD, hitting 1.6 million in ARR. We're able to move this fast thanks to our amazing team. With an exit under my belt and a career in professional athletics, joined by a serial venture-backed CTO, we're ready to take this market by storm. Join us in revolutionizing hydration. Stay charged, stay ahead. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and thank you. I'm Gabriela Sabate, health tech entrepreneur, executive, and investor, and former head of the Miami office for the first SoftBank Venture Capital Fund. This year, I had the unique opportunity of working alongside Luis as entrepreneur in residence for this Techstars program here at Fort Worth. And throughout my career, I've had numerous opportunities of working with greatly talented founders and executives, but Luis really stands out as quite unique. Luis is a physician by training, and he masterfully combines his passion for medicine with his Fortune 500 business acumen and deep biotech knowledge. No wonder he is the 2024 recipient of the German Falling Walls Foundation Award, alongside thinkers in the biospace, in the science and biotech arena. Please join me in welcoming Luis to the stage today.
We live in the unhealthiest era in recorded medical history, where over 60% of us are battling at least one chronic medical condition. These are diseases like diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, and they demand vigilance and continuous testing. So the pathway to better healthcare is not only more information, but better science-based information to make a real impact. Take, for example, the case of the continuous glucose monitor. It was invented here in Texas back in 2016. And this revolutionary technology changed millions of patients' lives by providing them with real-time insights into their health. And because of that, it became the best-selling medtech product in history. But the problem with this technology is that as revolutionary as it is, it's limited to diabetic patients because it only measures glucose. So it leaves millions of other patients with chronic conditions completely in the dark, waiting for their breakthrough. That's where we come in. G-Sense is tackling what doctors call the next silent epidemic, kidney disease, already affecting 850 million people across the globe. Our patented technology, G-Lock, can analyze a patient's kidney function using a saliva sample from home in minutes and with unparalleled accuracy. So, kidney disease, meet your breakthrough. In our world, 3 simple steps separate a patient from their results. Step 1, collect a saliva sample. Step 2, without leaving home, run it in our device. And step 3, within 5 to 7 minutes, get your results. And the best part of this is that this technology is incredible. So to understand it, we need to pop the hood and get a little bit nerdy, because it combines over 10 years of research and development in microfluidics, microelectronics, and graphene biotransistors to deliver end-to-end testing. And you want to hear the best part of it? Is that it works. We have conducted peer-reviewed preclinical validations confirming 99% accuracy in a real-world home setting. We are targeting the critically ill patients in the United States, representing a $1 billion market opportunity and a gateway to a global market of over $300 billion. We have 3 sets of customers that we will target sequentially. First, we will sell to nephrology clinics who are desperately trying to move their patients into at-home care. Then we expand to organizations offering hospital-at-home solutions, and then we go for the win with direct-to-consumer sales through major retailers. And you just need to look at the competition to understand why we win. The first generation of testing requires a centralized lab to deliver accurate results, so it's really inconvenient for patients. The second generation is a little bit more convenient, but it takes even longer to deliver results, and they are really inaccurate, and that's why doctors don't trust them. G-Sense is the evolution in diagnostics, delivering unparalleled accuracy in real time. Our team is our superpower. We have combined scientists from some of the greatest universities in the world, like Cambridge, and who have been recognized as top 1% in their field by Stanford University. And our leadership team combines medical and business experience, giving us a unique advantage in the field. Our pipeline is ambitious, and kidney disease is just the beginning of a journey that ends with G-Sense reshaping consumer diagnostics the same way Apple reshaped mobile devices. We've started conversations with the FDA, so now we're raising a seed round to get through clearance into commercial launch by 2026, and while we continue to build one of the strongest IP nanotech portfolios. So we hope you can join us in our booth to check our device and help us unlock the next generation of patient-centric care by delivering testing everywhere and anywhere, and we're starting with chronic kidney disease. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage Dr. Sylvia Trent Adams, President of the University of North Texas Health Science Center. We are going to come back to Dr. Trent Adams momentarily, but for now, we're going to move on to Revimo.
I'm beginning to love this job. No, thank you for having me again. I'm very proud to introduce this time Dr. Alexander Malashenko. Alex, again, I'm Gabriela Sabate, and I was an entrepreneur in residence at the program, and I had this unique opportunity of learning and being inspired every day by Alex. And this made me reflect on what really motivates founders, where they thrive, what inspires them on a daily basis and leads them to succeed, lead and succeed. And Alex, there are words that define him. He is very resilient, disciplined, compassionate. He has the highest standards for engineering and ethical behavior. And all of these things are part of himself. In working with founders throughout my life, in the case of Alex, he is very unique and he stands out. He is a PhD in mechanical engineering, and he has spent 11 years in the aerospace business building robotics for manufacturing of aircraft. And after that, he has this drive to really impact and transform mobility in healthcare. And that has made him move and traverse the world. He's been to 11 countries before he came to this stage today to be with us in Fort Worth. And inspired by this very personal story he's about to share with us about his drive to impact healthcare. So it is my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Alex Malashenko to this floor. Take it on, Alex.
Embarrassment, loss of dignity, hopelessness, and despair. This is what my grandfather felt when he was paralyzed by a stroke. He used to be a strong and independent person, but then he was forced to ask for help just to go to the bathroom. In the US, there are more than 5 million people like my grandfather, and more than half of their caregivers suffer from a chronic back pain due to the patient transfers. This problem is growing rapidly with the aging of baby boomers. Almost 90% of them want to stay independent and age in place. I founded Revimo to create the first mobility device that gives independence back to people like my grandfather and can drastically simplify caregivers' tasks. Our solution, Revimo Nico, named after my grandfather, can change the life of Natalia, who has a lower body disability. She can use the remote to retrieve Nico to her bed, and then our innovative patent-pending seat can gently scoop her up from a bed. No embarrassment. 1 minute, and she can get back her freedom and move to her bathroom or living room. Nico makes toileting much easier for Natalia. It allows her to go get some food and even lift herself to a standing level. Existing solutions provide no independence. It takes 2 or even 3 caregivers and a lot of time and effort to transfer an individual. Revimo Nico is the first device that offers independence to people like my grandfather. The device is safe, compact, maneuverable, and provides the fastest and easiest transfer. There is a $12 billion market opportunity, and Nico is a direct fit for 800,000 of people who are forced to use their family members, pay for expensive home care, or even move to a nursing home. We can also save backs and time for 2.1 million of their caregivers. Our business model is B2B to distributors who will sell Nico to long-term care facilities, rehab centers, and individuals. Our main revenue model is rental, which provides us with a nice recurring revenue stream. And the great thing that there is an existing billing code that can cover the cost of NICO for patients. Since we started Revimo, we interviewed more than 100 users and doctors, built our first prototype, tested it, filed 3 patent applications, and already built a new beta version of our device that we are currently testing with users and medical institutions. We are working with the FDA on getting Class 1 exemption, and even FDA officials acknowledged the novelty of Revimo NICO. Thank you. Our customers are so excited about the product, so we already have more than $200,000 in pre-sales. We already also have 2 distributors with 1,200 locations in 50 states who are interested in partnering with us. Next year, we are excited to deliver the first batch of 50 devices, and in 2026, start selling through distributors and get access to insurance reimbursement. Our team combines skills and experiences in R&D, medicine, entrepreneurship, and regulatory. Our next round will allow us to start serial manufacturing and reach $400K in revenue. At Revimo, we believe that people like my grandfather and Natalia don't have to feel embarrassed, and caregivers deserve a better solution to save their backs from injuries. Join our mission. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Murphy. I've spent the past 30 years building and scaling businesses, most recently building Facebook's first monetization strategy. I've been very fortunate to have worked with and around some of the most impressive and generous founders and entrepreneurs ever. It is my honor to introduce to you 3-time founder and MBA Leon Jacobson. Leon cares passionately about making a difference in people's lives and on society as a whole. And I'm fortunate to be an investor, advisor, and mentor to Leon's newest company, Nervelli. Nervelli has built a scalable solution around pain management in the immense healthcare industry. And pain management is something that's very personal to Leon, as you'll hear, I'm sure. Take it away, Leon.
Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me.
Every day to shooting debilitating pains, having to see 23 doctors with no answers, and the mental health struggles that stem from that. Hi, my name is Leon Jacobson. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Nervelli, and this is my story. But I'm not alone. I'm one of 80 million Americans who suffer from chronic pain every single day. And this is not just a problem for consumers, but is a major pain point for payers, employers, and providers as well. 40% of the entire US workforce struggles with chronic pain, which equates to $216 billion loss in productivity for employers. And this leads to a market opportunity that is already a staggering $26 billion and growing rapidly. This is where Nervelli comes in. Our scientifically proven platform offers an easy 3-step approach to pain reduction. Step one, our mobile app provides initial analysis and education about the root cause of your pain. And step 2, with our proprietary data combined with our machine learning algorithms, we curate personalized pain reduction plans for each user. And step 3, with our proven cognitive behavioral therapy, we put the power of the best pain psychologists right in the palm of your hand. In a clinical study done at Harvard, our CBT science was shown to reduce pain by up to 90%. Nervelli is not a Band-Aid for pain. We're your long-term empathetic partner through every step of your journey. So let me share with you how it works. Our team of medical experts have developed science-based tests that provide you with more knowledge about why you are hurting. And through our tailored and holistic approach, our dashboard gives you daily insights that will empower you. And with our cognitive behavioral therapy, you will receive coping strategies, mindfulness exercises, and activities to help you overcome the mental health struggles that result from being in pain on a daily basis. Currently, there are no viable solutions that combine medical science and AI to reduce people's pain. But with Nervelli, now there is. So let me share with you our unfair advantage. Did I mention our CBT science has shown up to be 90% effective in reducing pain? Not only that, our team is comprised of the preeminent domain experts who have literally written the books on the best ways to treat and manage pain. I'm not just a 3-time founder myself, but having struggled with chronic pain for years, it was personally imperative to assemble a team of the most respected scientific minds in order to solve this debilitating problem. We also have a world-class advisory board, as you saw earlier, to help us in this mission. The future is bright. We will make money through a B2B SaaS model, and we are currently laser-focused on successfully demonstrating a beachhead market with payers. In 2025, we will be working with the former Chief Science Officer of COM, who will lead our second study, which will show yet again the efficacy of our algorithm on chronic pain patients. With our next round of funding, we will be able to successfully execute on pilots, onboard revenue-generating customers, and prove out the consumer adoption of our mobile app. So remember, life with Nervelli means less pain, less stress, and more living. And for me personally, understanding my pain has meant being able to get on the floor and play with my 1-year-old son. So just imagine what life with Nervelli holds for you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jason Boehm, and I serve as the lead mentor for FluteSpace, a generative AI radiology clinical decision support company founded by Nikhil Madan and Puneet Grover. I've been truly impressed with Nikhil and Puneet's rapid progress with FluteSpace. Having worked at top tech companies like Google and Amazon, they're now taking their expertise to address challenging problems in radiology with cutting-edge generative AI technology and unique algorithms. They have an unwavering focus on customers, a solution with global reach, and a real passion for fixing radiology by automating the tedious, repetitive tasks that hinder radiologist productivity. It's my absolute pleasure to introduce Nikhil Madan, CEO of FluteSpace and former head of data science at Google.
Well, medical imaging touches almost every life in America, whether it's an X-ray for a broken bone, a CT scan for a persistent headache, or ultrasound during pregnancy. But the problem is that we don't have enough radiologists, and there's a tremendous shortage of them to be able to interpret these images. And that creates a huge bottleneck in our US healthcare system. You'll be surprised to know that 70% of the clinical diagnoses leverage some kind of medical imaging to guide an effective treatment plan. And this creates an obsessive reliance on them in the clinical practice. But millions of Americans still don't have timely access to these radiologists, while the existing radiologists are burnt out and unable to meet the skyrocketing demand of this medical imaging volume. This crazy volume is often coupled with a spaghetti of complex workflows triggering a stressful and error-prone environment. Unfortunately, a lot of these workflows are administrative in nature. And this creates a ripple effect across the entire US healthcare system. A radiologist burnout can lead to delayed or missed diagnosis, driving up the patient treatment cost, increasing premiums for all of us, and making US healthcare system more inefficient. Well, AI can help, and computer vision has long been used to improve the productivity of the radiologist. But now we're exploring a whole new dimension of generative AI that has a potential to transform these low-value and administrative tasks. Generative AI in radiology is forecasted to be a $4.5 billion market by 2030, expected to double in size every 2 years. And it's going to be even a bigger opportunity as compared to computer vision, as a radiologist can spend up to 78% of their time on these low-value tasks. This can include detailed documentation of the finding or communicating essential findings to the referring physicians. At FluteSpace, we want to reverse this pattern. By providing clinical decision support platform to these radiologists so they can maximize time spent on clinical diagnosis and minimize time spent on these documentation. Here is how it works. Once the radiologists are done reviewing the patient scan, our copilot helps them to put together a structured and prioritized report in half the amount of time using our cognitive infrastructure. Once these reports are finalized, our conversational AI agent is able to identify those essential findings and persistently pursue an automated communication with the referring physician team to plan for a follow-up. This also provides necessary medical intervention and compliance. Well, we do have competition, but what differentiates us is our adaptive SaaS-based approach that helps us to put together these custom reports based on the style of the radiologist. Our medical severity algorithm that helps us to identify those essential findings, and the conversational AI agent that helps us to streamline radiology operations. We believe we have the right team in place, having worked at some of the top tech companies like Google, Amazon, coupled with necessary medical domain expertise. And this team has already delivered solid traction with our customers, with active pilots going on, super engaged users, and a robust customer pipeline. We've already hit some key milestones like executing on our IP and HIPAA compliance strategy and commercially deploying our radiology copilot. Now we want to transform the world of radiology by launching the next version of our conversational AI agent and expanding it to the broader healthcare operations. And all of this is going to be unlocked by our next round of funding, which is also going to help us generate more than $1 million revenue and also hire talent like BD as well as ML engineers in the US. Well, we invite you to join us in the journey to transform the world of radiology and make clinical diagnosis more accessible. Please join us at our booth to learn more about our products. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage Cameron Cushman, Assistant Vice President, Innovation Ecosystems at the University of North Texas Health Science Center.
Thanks, Jordan. Hey, Fort Worth, thank you for coming tonight. When we first started this vision several years ago, we really keyed in on one specific stat, and that was that half of all Americans over the age of 18 would see a physical therapist in any given year. Think about that. Half of all Americans would see a physical therapist. So we think a lot about cancer, COVID, AIDS, some of these heart disease, some of these other drugs, and some of these other diseases, and they are difficult to solve, right? They have a lot of problems with them. And there's lots of companies and lots of research dollars going to work on those. But what do we really go to the doctor for? We go to the doctor for things that involve our physical bodies. It's our bumps and strains. It's our loved ones who can't walk, the elderly. And that was what motivated us to start the world's first physical health-focused accelerator in the world. Yes! And we did that also because when you think about Fort Worth, we have a long history of innovation. But most of it's been in oil and gas or real estate and other industries. And not that those aren't important, but we're looking for that next thing that we can go tackle, that next identity for the city of Fort Worth. And we thought it would be a pretty awesome goal to try to make Fort Worth the physical therapy capital, innovation capital of the world. And we would do that because if you think about cancer, right? If you want to do work in cancer, you go to Houston. If you want to do work in heart disease, you go to Mayo Clinic or maybe Cleveland Clinic. If you want to do work in innovation and physical health, you go where? Yes, I've trained you well. This is obviously not the first time I've addressed the city of Fort Worth about this idea, but when we brought this to fruition a couple of years ago, Fort Worth responded in a big way. And I just want to say thank you to everybody in the crowd tonight who's been a mentor, an investor, has taken that cup of coffee, has showed up, has volunteered. Obviously, I want to say thank you to the University of North Texas Health Science Center for getting this going, to the city of Fort Worth, to Tarrant County, to Goff Capital, and everybody who's really wrapped their arms around this vision to make this happen. Aren't these startups amazing? Yes. They are doing incredible things to change the world and also change the world for people with real problems. Patients who need all of the things that they are talking about to make our healthcare system function more efficiently, to help with diagnostics, to help people get up and do simple tasks like going to the bathroom and everything in between. And they're all doing that with this experience right here in Fort Worth. So Fort Worth, thank you for being awesome, for jumping in to help us along this mission. But now I want to challenge you with what's next. If we truly want to become the physical health innovation capital of the world, we got to keep going. We've given you 3 years of showing you what's possible. 31 companies, 11 tonight, literally from around the world have come to Fort Worth to build these companies and do this work to try to move healthcare forward. But now it's up to us as a city. Now it's up to the rest of us. What are we going to do next to truly continue moving the ball forward and make Fort Worth the physical health innovation capital of the world? Thanks, everybody, for coming tonight.
Thank you guys so much. My name is Gabe Deal, and this is my 3rd year as a lead mentor for Techstars. I'm pretty honored to be here, and 9-time early stage startup veteran. So I've had the pleasure of working with this next founder for the past 3 months, and he's been incredible. He's exhibited a calm confidence while still navigating the high-speed, low-drag spirit of Techstars that many of you guys have come to know and love. He and his co-founder are a dynamic duo. You know, in entrepreneurship, you're faced with all kinds of really unique challenges. And every time I've seen these guys encounter challenges, I've seen them buckle down, get more creative and more determined than ever before. And yet, despite all of that, they haven't been distracted by it. And that's what's made this team pretty unique. Instead of getting all wrapped around the axle, they've stayed focused on what truly matters. And I believe that they've created a solution that is going to be phenomenal, not only for their customers, but for their investors. And I can't wait for you guys to hear more about it. So it is my honor and pleasure to introduce the CEO and co-founder of Gale, Mr. Tom Griffiths.
$150 billion. This is how much money is sitting in HSA and FSA accounts today. Yet the vast majority of people don't know where they can spend their pre-tax dollars and what they can spend it on. In fact, this money can be so difficult to spend that in just a few weeks, at the end of the year, FSA holders will lose $3 billion in use it or lose it funds. I'm Tom, the CEO and co-founder of Gale, and we make it easy to pay with HSA. First, we automatically flag eligible products and make it easy for the shoppers to identify those products while browsing online. Second, merchants can embed Gale's HSA and FSA payment method directly into their checkout. Over half of shoppers that transact with HSA wouldn't have made the purchase otherwise, meaning they are net new revenue. Third, merchants can reach new buyers in the Gale Marketplace app and get their brand in front of high-intent HSA shoppers. We integrate with all major e-commerce platforms, meaning merchants can add Gale to their store in a matter of minutes.
And for all this, we charge 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. This is no more than a typical payment processor like Stripe charges the merchant. 8 in 10 consumers now consider wellness a top or important priority. And because of this, wellness spend is expected to double over the next decade. With $44 billion in payments fees, this is a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. And merchants face 3 choices. 1, do nothing and miss out on potential revenue. 2, build and maintain a custom IRS-compliant solution in-house. Or 3, integrate with the likes of Gale. Our lightning-fast one-click payment method allows consumers to use their HSA or FSA live at the point of purchase. Unlike other solutions that require manual reimbursements, long wait times, and charge hefty consumer fees. Since joining Techstars in just 3 months, we've gained critical certifications, launched our HSA and FSA payments platform, have signed 10 merchants, and have a strong pipeline of customers. Our team has built and scaled early-stage startups, unicorns, and Fortune 500s with specific HSA and payments experience. Paying with HSA shouldn't be so difficult. Join us as we revolutionize the way people pay for health and wellness, helping businesses grow and saving consumers billions. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Cheryl Chapman, and I'm an optometrist. I've been practicing for over 20 years now. And in the last 20 years, I've noticed a big explosion of a problem with the patients that I see. But this is very personal because this is a problem that I have firsthand knowledge with. I am a dry eye sufferer. Dry eye is a growing problem, and it affects quality of life, not only by causing pain, but also by causing loss of vision. I see this every day in clinic. Now, fortunately, I have the opportunity to work with and live with the CEO of Peak Pro, Tom Chapman. He is my co-founder and my husband. And Tom has over 2 decades of work as an entrepreneur, as a funder and advisor to entrepreneurs, and as a keystone in the economic entrepreneurial community in Omaha. Tom's unique skill set positions him to help grow Peak Pro into a company that can help solve this new and very real modern problem. So please join me in welcoming Tom Chapman, CEO of Peak Pro.
So when I was a kid, my mother told me to brush my teeth, but she never told me to wash my eyelids. And she should have, because eyelids are gross. Peak Pro believes that in the next 20 years, parents everywhere are going to be telling their kids to wash or peek their eyelids. Because for the last 20 years, we've been doing something unnatural to our eyes. We've been staring at screens. And that means we're blinking 30% as frequently as we should, which has led to 70% of adult Americans having dry eye disease or meibomian gland dysfunction, its precursor. And the consequences are really terrible. Corneal ulcers, vision loss, discomfort in air-conditioned rooms, and an inability to wear contact lenses. Thankfully, clinicians agree. The solution could not be simpler. Peek your eyelids. It's why Peak has created a 3-tier system, a good, better, best, if you will, similar to oral hygiene.
Toothbrush and toothpaste is similar to tea tree oil and sponges. A little better solution includes a warm compress and eye drops. And the best solution is the novel, patent-pending, flagship product of Peak, the Peak Wava. It's like an electric toothbrush for the eyes, and it makes your face feel clean and good. The market's already big, $7 billion, but the current solutions only treat the symptoms. They don't handle the underlying cause. It's why ocular hygiene will emerge as a separate industry, a $40 billion industry by 2040. And we want to dominate the ocular hygiene industry. We already sell to doctors. We have many doctors spending thousands of dollars with us already, but we can 10x that over the course of the next 2 years to proprietary workflows we've built while we're here at Techstars. And in the last 14 weeks, we've increased our patient onboarding by 5x just through the stuff we've implemented here. But for us to be a multi-billion-dollar global company, we need to be parent approved. We need to change society so that parents are telling their kids to peek their eyelids. Thankfully, we have the right team to do it. Dr. Cheryl Chapman and Dr. Chris Wolf are experts in dry eye. And we have advisors who are great at manufacturing, marketing, entrepreneurship, and a variety of other fields. Thankfully, we also have a serial entrepreneur at the helm, somebody that's done this before, me. We have great existing traction, hundreds of doctors around the country, thousands of patients. And what we've learned talking to those patients is that they need a trusted guide, which is why we built proprietary workflows that have actually increased compliance by 800%. But we need fuel. We need fuel to keep growing because we're already ahead and we want to stay there. But if you can only do one thing for me today, it's to go home tonight and to peek your eyelids because eyelids are gross. Thank you.
It was surprising for me to learn that 80% of genetic material used in pharmaceutical research comes from the least diverse population in the world. Syndicate Bio is a biotech platform using genomics and precision medicine to drive the most diverse genetic database across the entire world. Dr. Abbasi is the most passionate person I've seen in this area, and it's a pleasure for me to introduce Dr. Abbasi of Syndicate Bio.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Dr. Abbasi. I am the founder and CEO of Syndicate Bio. Syndicate Bio is building the world's most diverse human health data sets and applying artificial intelligence and machine learning to accelerate human discoveries and inclusive care globally. Now, studying genomic data sets in diverse populations can lead to breakthroughs that treat all of us here. Now, let me tell you a story. Not too long ago, in the Dallas area, a group of research scientists identified a woman of African ancestry who had a unique genetic variant. This variant protected her from high levels of bad cholesterol. That insight has led to the development of a new class of drugs that's actually one of the hottest class of drugs in the cardiovascular disease space globally called the PCSK9 drugs. And this year, it's going to generate $2.7 billion in sales here in Dallas. Unfortunately, discoveries such as this, although they are abundant in diverse populations, are rare to come by because 80% of the data sets used in research today are from European populations, with African populations making up only 1% of the data set out there. This is important because the global pharma industry, which is a $1.5 trillion a year industry, and the $65 billion drug discovery industry, are all looking for the next blockbuster drugs to fuel their pipelines. And in today's world, they are going to find that in genetic data. Pharmaceutical companies, therefore, have started spending billions of dollars generating genetic data sets from across the world. But as you can see, Africa still remains untapped, even though it's meant to be the richest population for genetics. This led the head of genetics at GlaxoSmithKline to say that the next 500,000 data sets should come out from Africa because it will be a better investment than any other study going on today in the world. Now, why Africa? As the birthplace of humanity and the world's most genetically diverse continent, Africa's untapped and unique genetic profiles and variants hold potential insights to billions of dollars in pharmaceutical drugs. But these data sets do not exist, and that's where Syndicate Bio comes in. We go in, we build these data sets, we transform them to actionable insights using our capabilities such as underground labs in Africa, our software and platforms, and data science and AI. We're taking a tested approach to generating hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue, potentially over the next 3 to 5 years, by going the services, licensing, and co-development route that other companies in this space have used to achieve their success. So far, we already have partnerships with 2 African countries and multiple governmental agencies in Africa, as well as multiple life science global brands. We are also in talks with 5 of the top 15 global pharmaceutical companies, negotiating millions of dollars in collaborations as we speak. We are in a well-proven space from an investor exit perspective, as most of our competitors have already achieved billions of dollars in exit, but their data sets are not as unique as ours, and this gives us a real unique advantage. I am a leader in this space. I built my last company to a valuation of $200 million in 3 years, and I built the largest collection of African data sets anywhere in the world today, and I'm going to do it again. Thank you. We're also joined by a great team of industry leaders, many of who have also built multiple billion-dollar life science brands. So far, we've raised $1 million in our pre-seed round, and we're about to raise another fund. We're looking forward to really ramping what we're doing here, and we hope you join us as we build the next most exciting health tech company in the world. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage Councilman Michael Crane, City of Fort Worth, District 3.
Good evening. Good evening. Stand up. No, I'm just kidding. You would think as an elected official, those kind of standing ovations get really, really old. They don't, actually, because I never get them. So that's a different story. But thank y'all for being here tonight. You heard already from our mayor, Maddie Parker, about welcoming you here. I'll say that from this perspective. I'm very lucky. She's the smart one. She's the pretty one, too. So she's got the whole package. But when we were first elected about 4 years ago at this point, one of the things that we talked about was really investing in our entrepreneurial network here. And I've been fortunate to be friends with Cameron Cushman for, I don't know, almost 3 decades that we've been friends. We're going to bestow tonight the title, I think, King of Entrepreneurship on you. You're properly, but one of the things he brought to us very early on was talking about how we are not investing really in our entrepreneurial network. And so one of the things we did very quickly was to create what we do, a government committee talking about entrepreneurship and innovation here in Fort Worth. And from there sprung this idea of Techstars. And we understand that this network and what we're doing and investing here has great benefits for society. You saw some great things already that will change people's lives. And if you think across the board, what we do every day, it was an entrepreneur that got up, thought up that idea, put it together, and put it to the market so we could have it. So I'm proud, at least in a government role, to do what we can. And what we've created as part of that is a public-private partnership. Cameron helps head up, very involved. Techstars is a part of it, where we look at solutions, what we can do, and then the government can come alongside, and I'm proud to be a part of that. I'm an unsuccessful entrepreneur, which most great entrepreneurs will always say they had some failures along the way. So I salute every day those people that get up and take that chance and see what next product will be out there, what next thing they can create to help us live a better life. So I'm proud that y'all are here in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm proud Techstars is in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm glad we've invested in it and continue to invest in you today. So good luck tonight. Y'all have a great time, and I appreciate y'all's time being here. Appreciate it. Thank y'all very much.
Hi, I'm Mickey Millsap, a partner at Red Hawk Advisory and a proud early investor in Revela Health. I'm joining you today from beautiful Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I've been reflecting on the amazing journey we've been on with founder Daniel Yeboah. Throughout my career, I've had the privilege of working alongside some amazing founders, but Daniel truly stands out. What sets him apart is his ability to use his own lived experiences as a healthcare provider to craft innovative, practical solutions that both improve care while also lowering costs for providers and payers alike. Daniel's leadership and dedication to creating meaningful change inspire me every day. It is truly my pleasure to introduce the founder and CEO of Revela Health, Daniel Yeboah.
Thank you, everyone. Hi, my name is Daniel, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Revela Health. As a nurse of 14 years, I realized a devastating reality, and that's care gaps hurt patient outcomes and rob providers of over $30 billion each year due to incomplete documentation and coding errors. Under value-based care, these care gaps just don't hurt outcomes, but it hurts the bottom line. And that's why we created Revela. With our AI-powered solution, Area, it identifies care gaps, optimizes revenue, and integrates with EHRs. Area also boosts HEDIS scores, improves quality metrics, and allows providers to capture the revenue that they deserve, while at the same time providing the best of patient care. So I want you to meet Gwen. She's a Medicare Advantage patient living with diabetes and hypertension. When unreliable transportation caused her to miss several key appointments, her health was at risk and her provider lost revenue. Area was able to capture this gap. It arranged transportation, avoided a costly hospitalization, and secured accurate reimbursement. Stories like Gwen demonstrate the true impact of Area, the combination of providing best of patient care while at the same time securing reimbursement. Physicians using Area earn on average $200 per patient per month, and for a clinic, it translates to on average an additional $1 million in revenue each year. Thank you. Over the last 3 months, we've grown to 22,000 in MRR. Yes. We've onboarded 7 clinics, and we've built a strong pipeline. And we're on track in 2025 to achieve $1 million in ARR. Our revenue model consists of a per patient per month subscription combined with performance-based revenue share. We're tackling the 2,000 clinics in the southern US market, which is going after the $19 billion market.
across 45,000 clinics nationwide. Unlike AI scribes or static dashboard, ARIA identifies patient interactions right at the point of care. We combine risk adjustment and social determinants of health to provide true actionable data for physicians right in the clinician's office. Our team consists of healthcare operators, health operations specialists, and technologists, making us uniquely qualified to tackle this difficult challenge. To date, we've raised $600,000, we've demonstrated that ARIA works, we've delivered outcomes, and now we're ready to grow. Thank you. Please join me at Revela. See us at the table where we're closing care gaps, we're capturing every dollar, and ensuring every patient gets the care they deserve. Thank you.
You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight.
What's good? My name is Brian. I'm a second-time founder, first in training police officers and now in automating car dealerships. I took my first company through Techstars, sold it, and recently served as a lead mentor for this next company. So, growing up, I suffered from severe acne. And it's not just me. 1 in 4 of us in this room has been afflicted by a skin condition. And after years of Reddit posts and dermatologist visits, it left me to think,